evening, everyone. I hope everyone is doing well today. I am trying to get back on track with YouTube videos. I'm working hopefully on a plan to do that. Just grabbing my drink so if my throat gets a little sore from talking. So we're going to work on this blue journal tonight. But it's taking us a long time. I did do a page by myself because I wanted a journal to try something out new. But I think I might do some of it on my own and then show you the pages, or I don't think I'll get anywhere with this journal. So I did this, I did the video and I forgot to upload it. So I'll upload that video as well. Plus I did a live doing it. What it was is I created, and now I'm going to forget who did it. In my other video I mention it. So that's what it's bad for. So I had made, oh, that one's different. No, that's what it is, but I put something different on it. Okay, so basically, took book pages, and a lot of these were single book pages. And like I put them together with paper. And then, added things to them. For instance, and how do I not have I have two rulers. One for this desk, one for the other desk. So I must have lost one and took one over there. So we'll just grab this for now. This will work. My bone folder. So this one has a pocket in the front, so you can put a tag. And then inside I left writing space. I didn't do anything to the back. Depending on how you put it in your journal will depend on what you do to the back. These are great to mass make as well. So I'll show you the ones I did. So I did this one. This is the actual book page. I took the blank out of it. It's vintage, but it's got a good quality to it. So I left it there so you could write. Of course, I went overboard and added a little bit of something. I put it together with a nice little piece of vintage digital wallpaper. And then I added a few little accents to it. I put this washi tape here because of it being older. It had a tear. That way to help stop it from doing anything more. I put a little kitty. And then I put a double pocket here that you can put some ephemera. It's got some more writing. And then again, this one here, I would not glue down. I would actually use this as a page in my journal. And so I might add a pocket or something on this as well. Then I did this one where I did it as a flip out. I put a big pocket here with a paper bag and accent and glued the two papers together. And this was the original front cover. And when I glued this onto the front, I decided to do a nice little, I like flip-flops and all that so it gave a nice writing space as well. And again, I can put this, I had a loose journal here that I was showing things with. Whoop! Everything's caving. So it could go in, that's kind of the front cover. So it obviously wouldn't go on the front cover. It could become, and so it would go in like, oops, that wasn't supposed to close. So it could sit in your journal. I picked up everything else. That's the way my luck is going to go right now. So it can go in as a nice page, have a nice flip out, which I really like adding things like that into my page, a pocket. And then, of course, when you get to the other side, you have the pocket. And then again, you could put a nice pocket in here. For me, because I'm not too worried about that vintage page. I mean, you could put a small pocket here because you could make a little note in here and put a small pocket in there. So that's, things you can do with it. Now, if you didn't want to add it into a page like that, then you can, and I did this one, and I've been making these these cute little tag This one would be pinned into the journal, and it's got 2 pockets. I just don't have a tag for that one yet. And so I had made one with purple, and I just thought I'm going to put it here on the front page. So I put my paper in. Of course, it's not straight, but it's a scrap. That's why. And I put a writing section here, and then I have a little tuck spot here that I can tuck. It's not the right color, but I can tuck a tag into there, or a journal card, or, you know, and this also has a pocket here, and I left a pocket here. So again, if you decided to put this right into the page, as a page, then you could add another pocket here. If you decide, you can do whatever, and I'll show you. This goes here, put that back where it belongs. These 3 have been, actually someone bought them from me, right? So then what I did, a blue one, and I added it, I put it right down on the page. So I had this blank page, and I glued it all the way down. Well, I didn't glue it all the way down. I glued it on 3 sides because I wanted to tuck that into there nicely. And I leave it a little high because I want the bow to show. So I embellished the front of it. I just took some textile, like I cut a piece of, was a tablecloth or a runner or something, and I cut it up. And so I put that there. And then I made 2 pockets in the back. I added a real vintage, this is the real thing, this isn't a photocopy, postcard. I don't know, let me see the date. It is 1911, March 24th. And it's to Mrs. Ella Bailey. And I can't read all the address. And then, of course, over time, the writing has... obviously, it was her sister writing to her. Says it, "Dear sister, glad to hear you are. Say something. Your..." So the writing is really hard, right? So it's in Pittsburgh, in care of Mrs. Stella Bailey, Republican something Iron and Steel Company. So I put a real vintage postcard in there, and then I pulled this out of, it was a little journal card I made. I'm going to trim this because I don't like how long those strings are on that. So I'm going to trim those and fix that up. And so then I added a little postcard in there. And so that added something new to the thing. So what we're going to do is we're going to make another one, I think. And we'll put it in, maybe in this side. Even though we haven't started this side, we'll go ahead and see if there's a page here we want to put it. We do have this big blank page if we want it to cover the whole. I don't know if I have, I know I have some book pages here. Whoop, whoop, whoop. That one's too big for it. See, this one is together, so technically I don't have to, might reinforce it. That's it. If I wanted to. These are just some book pages I had loose, and I just threw them to the side. So obviously there's going to be some showing here. So technically I wouldn't have to cover that whole page if I didn't want to, because I could just put, you know, if I wanted to do something like to cheat a little bit. Again, this is all, some of this is all still attached. And a lot of these that are still attached, I don't break apart. Again, this is a great, even with that, I would just leave that there. And that way it could be written on. I'm not sure. But a lot of great original writing space on that. But some reason, those are attached. So I don't want to use those. So we're going to move those off to the side for right now. So we have 2 pages here. So we might not do that spot only because I want to be able to put it right down. So what you might want to use is, like, I'm not sure if I want to cover that and lose that beautiful paper, right? So that's what you have to decide. I wonder if it would work here. Not with the flop, the flip, the flop. I'm just seeing what I might do it here. Now, if you want some of that to show, you don't necessarily have to use, you could trim up the book page if you want it. Like, I can take some off the bottom here very easily. I can take some off the top here very easily. Trim up the one side here. And then then some of the paper will show. So that's what we're going to do here. So we're going to put this aside for now. And I'll get that video up. It's up, but I forget that I did something silly where I didn't publish it. I forgot to publish it. And then I just, the weekend was busy and I just forgot. Silly me. That is silly, silly me. And you can use any paper you want to do this with. Like, I have these, so I'm wondering if I might want to cut this. But maybe not. That's always the decision, what you want to do there. This might look, it might, and it might not. It might, and it might not. I'm going back to one of these strips, but I like the bottom half better with the one top of the butterfly, I think. Let's, what other one did I have there? I love these strips. I forget who I bought this from. And I've been making some myself because I love them so much. Those ones are together, but I had another one. I was sure I did. And also, you could take some scraps and even play, like, put it some here and put another scrap there if you wanted to use up some small pieces of scrap. I also have this one that I kind of like too. With this one because I want to make that one into a tag. there's the next problem, wanting to make it into a tag. Okay, and it doesn't matter if they meet because you're gluing it down. I'm having a little bit of a blurry vision right now. have to go get my eyes checked. I've been looking at the computer a lot today, doing little things and little fussy cutting. So, and sometimes I forget to put my glasses down when fussy cutting. So I think I've just maybe tired my eyes a little. But I'm wondering if I don't just need reading glasses. I'm wondering now if I need a glasses. I don't know. So it's best I go see. Sorry, baby, I don't mean to kick you under there. She's got a box under my feet now. It seems to keep her settled. So that's what I do now. You do what you have to do to keep Boo-Boo settled. And she just had her dinner. So for right now, she's content. Knock on wood. I don't have wood here. So I want to go. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put my glue on. Oh, but I think I just need to glue it about there. So I'm just going to do that so I know where I want to stop the glue. I might have needed to grab another one of these. And I have been slow mailing out. I have had problems with the U.S. Customs. You probably heard me talk about it, that they've been sending my stuff back. So I sent a bunch of stuff. I sent stuff that I tried one time and they sent it back. I phoned Canada Post. They can't tell me. I went to the place I always go to, and I talked to the girl that always does my stuff for over a year now. And she was like, you mail this type of stuff all the time. Why suddenly? She's like, she didn't know why suddenly this was happening. So what we decided to do is put do not bend paper. And I know one lady in the U.S. got hers, so I kind of was holding off to see how it went through. Let's see, that was supposed to go this way. Now you have to put something on the front too. All right. And I can see where I'm not the straight, well, partly because of this, but I didn't cut very straight either. So, all right. But what I do is to help it when I go to do the other side, so it's not such a hard, I'll put the seam in there, even though I'm going to open it back up. And I printed something off for the front of it because I loved it. And I wanted it to cover up a good majority of it. I'm just not sure if I made it long enough. Oh yeah, I did. Perfect. And I am going to put the whole piece. I'm just going to try to straighten my wonky cutting, because sometimes instead of taking my time and cutting it, I rush it, and then I regret doing that because then I make it all wonky. So I still have that piece left from that. Let me move my thing closer. Just need to take a drink. You know what's funny is last time I did a live, I think it was last Wednesday, in my group Purple Hearts Creations by Chrissy, which I'm going to be doing tonight at 8 o'clock. I had a touch of a sore throat, and next day it was really sore, and I was really, really, really tired. So I thought one sip would do me. I needed a second sip once I had that first sip. And I thought, I'm getting sick. I'm getting sick. My throat's sore. I was really, really tired. Everything like that. And I slept most of the next day away, hoping that I just, you know, kick it in the butt quickly. Yeah, this is almost empty, so I'm going to have to go get another glue bottle in a second. Glue stick. I just feel like I took this out. But I'm happy because I found it right now. It's normally $4.99, and on Amazon, when I can get it, it's 10 something. But right now they have it on sale for my friend Gab, Jacob's mom, found it for 99 cents at one store, Jean Couture, which is a French pharmacy. And then another one here called Family Prix. I found it for $1.19, where I was getting it for $4.99. I picked up 10. I'm just, you know, I'm on a tight budget. I'm hoping I can get another 10 before it sells out. And I asked her to pick me up 10, and I would pay her in a couple weeks. I don't know if she did or not, because she didn't say if she did or not. So, and I don't throw this out, and I do not know where to put it right now because it's got glue on it. There. That's what we'll do with it. And the great thing is because I already put kind of that seam in it, it makes it a little bit easier to do that. I love this. Now the question is, what I think my inside is going to be writing. Because I don't want to, it's beautiful. And I wondered if I should do a tuck spot at the front or how I'm going to do it. I also have this, but it'll look funny on the other side of it. And then I have this, but I don't think it'll go well with it. And it's a little big. I'm just roughly cutting it out. Yeah, it's too big for this paper. But I was thinking when I saw this, I would like this as a corner tuck somewhere in the book. So I just have to put my glasses down and quickly go around the lines properly. So how has everybody been? Are you enjoying your summer? Our weather has been terrible. We had really warm weather for a few days. And then, of course, was it Debbie or Deborah, the hurricane that hit Florida? Well, it came up, I guess, along the Atlantic coast and came in. And we got a lot of heavy rain. In fact, twice Andre had to run out in the rain and turn on the pool and empty some of the water because it was overflowing, and he turned the filter off and that because it'll burn the engine because it was just so much water. 20 minutes from us is a place called Laval, a city. I don't know how many homes have been flooded, and we don't have, you know, places along the rivers here will, because especially when we're in the mountains, sometimes they get a little more flooding in the spring, but in the summer it's unheard of for us to really get a lot of flooding. It's, you know, usually spring is our problem as the snow melts on the mountain and starts coming down. And we're fortunate because this house, they put in what's called a French drain all around the house, so we don't have that problem in the basement, thank goodness, because that's where I am. But it was pouring so hard last Friday that we didn't even go grocery shopping because just getting in and out of the car would be you would be drenched before you could even get an umbrella open. So we didn't even shop. And then Saturday, we had a little bit of nice clearness. We took off to do grocery shopping. We went to, about 45 minutes away to Huxbury. I went in one vintage store, a used store, found some nice music books. I was hoping to find some vintage ledger paper. Because I was with Jacob and Andre, I couldn't spend a lot of time because she had a lot. So I wished I didn't cut that so closely then because I think I'm going to put it on back of paper. You learn what you learn, right, guys? And this won't suit it. This might suit the inside as a nice tuck. But see, I don't like this thing that says Sweet Danger there. Sometimes I have to read what it says. Down this tunnel, never at the now since the last year. Longer tunnel, but open the cleft. And I still not feel like, I don't know why, but it does not feel the straight. It feels fine in the, so that's why I've thought of covering it. And I can see where I've got to add a little bit more glue in here. And that's easy fix. Easy, 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 easy fix. There we go. Did I do the same? Nope, I did that side well. So I'm trying to decide if I want to put that as a nice tuck, but I could still cover this if that really bothers me. I could still do that if I decide to do that. Now the front, we can do several things. We could put a pocket. We could put a nice image. It's too pale. I mean, I haven't cut it out properly. But I think I want something bright. Boy, when I cut this one out, boy, I was really, wonky. Right, I could, but I don't necessarily like her. She's beautiful, but she's too big. She takes up the whole space. But this is what I could end up doing. We could put something like this here. Let's just see. It's way around, playing around with things, right? I mean, I could almost collage here if I wanted to. The bird might look kind of cute there. I'm not sure. Let's see once I cut the books out. And the books I probably would back. I still think I might put paper there, because you could write to the top of it very easily as well, because I do like the books. I think that's what I'm going to do. I do like that, and then I'm going to turn it into a cute tuck spot. Okay, the question is, do I have any paper? I do, right here. But how see-through is that? It's too see-through. Let's see. I think I need to print off some more paper again. Up here, maybe this one will work. Yeah, it doesn't want to separate. There we go. Ruler. Whoop. And there she goes. What I'm going to be doing is some lives in my Purple Hearts Creations by Chrissy. That's mainly my selling group, and I do lives there on occasion. I don't do swaps or anything. That the whole thing in there is really it's really my selling group, and so sometimes some of my lives in there are shows ways that you can use my products that I sell, fussy cuts and different things like that, or my digital kits that I've just started. I really did that one really bad, so I don't like how wonky that is, and it's a problem with the thin, and I don't want to waste a lot of that paper. I could move it up a bit. But last I did this live with these book things, sometimes, my customers, and a lot of them are good friends, and I'm in other groups with, and a lot of them support this channel. You want to give back, so I do lives. And last week we did a live. It was almost, it was 5 hours or so, and a couple of ladies, one lady stayed the whole time with me, and normally Donna did. Normally Brenda does too, but Brenda's been not feeling the greatest, so she was having a nap and she fell asleep. And so you're going to see the print. That's okay. I don't think it's no big deal. I just want to kind of tear. Oh boy. That is the most wonkiest tear in the world. Wow. There was nothing straight about that at all. But that's okay, because the majority of it is going to be, I'll trim it off the edge, so that doesn't matter. You're not going to see any of this book page. Sometimes I'll show some of the book page, sometimes I don't. But this is a book page. I really am going to have to get a glue stick. If you really want to show it, you could just take it but it's because I want to get rid of that title, and I think it'll look funny if I do it the other way. So then we're just going to trim this off. good. Okay. So I still have some of the page, the top part of the page showing. That's okay. Oh, I don't know why my face, my eye is itching me. Okay, some ink. I'm just going to ink this up. I don't always ink. Sometimes I do, sometimes I don't. Whew. Something's irritating. Not my eye, my eyelid. I actually, one of my eyelids, I get a bit of psoriasis on it sometimes. So I'm almost wondering if that's why it's itching. Oh yeah. Got a little patch of psoriasis on it. I get it in my eyebrows, but on one eye I get it actually on the lid. I don't know. Sometimes it's... So I'll make sure I get my face cream out and get a little bit of cream on that later. Okay, so we got that. Still got to decide what we're going to do here. I really would like a nice image for there, but I don't think I have. Oh, there's my kitties. But they don't really suit. I could turn that kitty into a little pocket. That's too big. This is kind of neat. But it's not perfect. Like I said the last time, and I still didn't do it, I need to make some, get some images. Like I have all kinds of birds and that, but they're all too big and it's the wrong shade of blue. There's also this that could turn into a pocket. That's kind of neat, but it takes away from that flower. So we're not sure yet. I think I need a lady there. And of course I don't have a lady because I keep telling myself to get some ladies. And I keep forgetting. I did get one lady, but she's too big. Now I could trim her. Let me see what if I trim her first here. See, I don't want to cover that much of the blue up, but that's easy because she's got so much on the outside. I can trim her up a bit on each side, which would help her become more of the vocal point than all that. And I might even take a little bit off the top. Right, and then we can just put her in here. Now, two things. You could turn this into a pocket as well. I'm not. I think I'm just going to do a vocal point with her on there. I think I will center her. I was trying to decide if I was going to put her in the bottom corner, but I think I'm going to center her in this case. I'm going to ink her, but I also think, where is it? I'm going to give her a nice little... I've got the purple one ordered now of this. This is amazing. It's one of those buys that I love. Temu. And no, I wouldn't find this at one of my local shops at all. And I do have an expensive one from Creative Memories. And as a Canadian, I'm supporting a US company. So here I'm supporting China. If I buy from Creative Memories, I'm supporting the US. It's not a Canadian company. So, only craft store I have is Michael's, and it is terrible. Even online, they don't have anything. I cannot get Tim Holtz stamps anymore. Hardly any Tim Holtz product. There we go. I like her. Now that I did that. But we can also, you know, we're going to do some more little bit of stuff to her. I did pull out a magazine to glue on, but I don't know where I put the magazine. Oh my goodness, Christina. Oh, it's because my craft area is a mess. I need about 3 or 4 days to clean it, and I might take a few days off towards the end of August and get it all organized, because, you know, September, everybody's back, kind of, you know, for me, summer is so short here in Canada that, you know, I spend more weekends out. We do more on the weekends. Even me, I just said to myself the other day, we have a beautiful pool in the backyard, and I've not been in that pool yet. And I said, when I said that, I said, oh, tomorrow I'm going to go in that pool. And guess what happened? It rained. Just my luck. I didn't glue that very well. Now, how you can come in and add different things. Here I could bring in a beautiful flower down in the bottom here. I don't think I like the beige. I wished I had like a grayish blue. Would be perfect, because there is a bit of navy in there. It looks better than the light blue. I don't think I have. I need a range of blue flowers is what I need. It's too light. Somebody sent that to me. I think they made it out of coffee filter. No, I don't really have any of the blue paper. I need to get some blue in those. I've got lots of turquoise. Oh, there's a blue. Oh, the only one I have. I think that one might go better. How do I have one of those? I don't know. Which one do I like? I think I like. Let me check in my purple here, because it feels like I've got blue in them. Oh, look, that. They're kind of black. That's a blue. But could we do something like this? There we go. There we go. Perfect. Put that away. First thing I'm going to do is I don't want any bulk on it, so I'm peeling that off. I wonder where I got this blue from. Gotta be careful. There we go. Now we're going to take the bead off of this, because I want it flat as possible, because I had so much. Oh, that's okay. It's still fine. Still fine. Oh, the only thing I did. I'm pretty good, guys. That's the first yawn. That is my first yawn. So I don't feel so bad. Okay, so we need a little on the bottom here. I could have put something underneath it too, like that. And we need a little gemstone or something in here. And what the question is, will I find one? I'm thinking, what do I have in blue? It's not a color I have a lot of. I have a turquoise blue, right off the top. Let's see, I'll pull out my beads things here. I have another thing full of them, but that's a lot more work to get to. I need to, that blue won't stand out really. I think it's too different. I could go with just a white in it if I decide. What's in this one? Oh, telling you, my eyes are doing funky things. Let's see what we have in the blue in this. That's too bright. That's too off. So I think we're going with a white. I got these ones from Temu and they're so tiny. I don't know what I'll do with them. But they're in there. I hope I'm not getting sick. Boy, oh boy, I'll be really mad if I do. I'm feeling a little like my head feels warm. But then it could be all in my... I didn't go to bed at proper time last night. And then I was up. I didn't get a right sleep. And I think I do that to myself sometimes by not sleeping proper. And then the next day I start to feel it later in the day. Like right now, I think I could really go and put my head down, sit on the couch, and I'd fall asleep sitting up. So there's that. But we're not done yet. Seeing what I have in here. It's too off. See, I could have put something like that underneath it and it might have looked, might still can do that. Yeah, let's do that. Oh, gotta be careful of the pearl, Christina, but you need more glue now. Just need a touch more glue. There we go. That white glue you're seeing will dry. Okay, somehow I think I put her, it feels like she's crooked. I don't know why. And then I want, where are they? What tin are they in? Oh, over here. I never know which rolling tray I put on it on. I could come in with something like this. Let's see what else I have. Or maybe just smaller. Maybe something not so square. It needs to be wider. Too wide. Too long. Tres Femme would have been perfect if we put it. That would have been nice down here. If we had that one smaller, it would be perfect. Wished I had that Bonjour in a better color, because I would have really liked that. But I think what we'll end up doing, now that I did that, do I want to do this? No, I definitely don't want that, but I don't mind the address sideways. I'll throw those back over there. I might turn that into a... Okay. go. Boy, I thought I'd get more than one thing done. See, that's the problem. Go. Here we go. There we go. That's done. And I'm thinking of turning this into a tab. And then this is where I hope this will work. Yeah, I didn't know if the paper was long enough. So I just quarter rounded it myself down there. And do that. But I think I want the blue on this side. Do it like that. Bop, bop. A little piece of scrap I found floating around on my desk. Oh. Okay, glue it. If you don't have a tab, a whale tail punch, there's other ways to, you can make tabs any way you want. I've been trying to think outside of the box lately. And I have a whale tail punch and I have a tab punch. But sometimes, oh, I almost put it the wrong way, Christina. And I like it because it does add a touch more to the top of the thing. There we go. That's going to be my front cover. Ta-da! What I'm going to show you right now, because, you know, time runs out. You don't, I mean, you know how pockets go. So then we're going to take it and we're going to put it in and then we'll finish it up later, after. So, and the nice thing is, even in here, it's going to be a nice punch, nice tab. Now, I mean, you could get technical and add in, I'm just going to pull a piece of paper and put a tab here as well to show that there's another paper there. And in this case, I might pull in a different shape for it and go from there. So now I don't know. The thing is, yes, I kind of wasted some of that paper and I probably should have cut it in half if I was thinking about it smarter now. But hey, it is what it is. And then I could have used it on another to make it do a, you know, a collage tag with it or something. Oh well, could have, should have. But it does also strengthen the page too. Because some of the vintage book pages, so I'm turning it into pockets, so I only did it on the 3 sides. I'm going to pull it more towards the bottom here, so that if I decide to use it as a pocket or leave it empty. Sometimes there's nothing wrong with leaving a pocket. So say someone's journaling and they're writing, they go somewhere and they get a ticket or something, go to a concert and they write about the concert, then there's a pocket where they can stick maybe the ticket that they got from that, or a photo, or, you know, memorabilia. Can't say that word. There we go. So that will flip open and I'm going to put another writing spot here. And then I'm almost thinking, do I really need to add the book? That's a decision we can make, but I'm going to go ahead and, I should have done that first before, because it would have made it easier. And I'm going to go over a little bit on that thing this time. Oh, yeah, I wished I would have done it earlier. Silly Christina, silly, silly, silly girl. I'm going to try my best here. I'm not worried about that bottom half at all. And I'm going to glue on here. I wasn't thinking, guys. And you know what? Sometimes we do those things. Now I'm going to leave it like this. If I decide to go back and put a corner pocket, I might. But as of right now, I don't mind it just being a good writing spot. I mean, there's ways to get around what you do. It's not as easy to tear, but it is still terrible. Terrible, terrible. Then need a little more glue on the top corner here. Oh, all along that top part. I think it's because I need glue in this thing. So I should go grab a new glue stick. And I probably should have inked this edge. There we go. It's not the best. There we go. It doesn't. There we go. There we go. We got that page done. And we have a place to put a tag if we decide to put a tag in there. Right? So that works perfect. Or a journal card. Too wide. Oh, look how pretty she is. And she kind of goes well with the paper that's over there. So that's really nice. So remember I said, oh, I didn't, I thought I had a little piece. Because this is lined paper, you can hardly see the blue line in it. But it is lined paper. But I'm going to end up turning this into a, once I put something there. There we go. It's a little writing space. I should have probably brought it up over here so then it would have given good writing space. But it is what it is. I mean, if I really felt like it, you could go and add it in there, but I'm not going to do that. I'm going to live with it the way it is. There we go. And yeah, it would look kind of cute too with a little tuck spot. Never know, I might come back and change it. You never know with me. So there we go. It's a nice way to add another little flip to a page, right? So I gotta leave that open because that glue on that flower is still drying. But see, you can almost not see that, almost not see that. Now, I'm gonna see how much time we have. Oof. Oh, you gotta be kidding me. We only have 6 minutes? That's ridiculous. How does that time go so quickly? Oh, it's crazy. It's crazy. I'm trying to think outside of the box too of not always doing different ways of doing tags. I seen Leslie at 507 Willow House Road do this, and she did a little bit of layering. Seeing how much, maybe I won't do that because that picture takes up so much space. I could almost put her on her own, or I can put this to the bottom if I wanted to. But it did look good. Hers was a nice dark piano paper. still kind of see the piano paper through that. So we might leave it. We're just going to trim this up a little bit more straighter as we can. Because it curls, right? So it's not always, when I cut it, trying to cut it while it's trying to, it not to curl on me. I'll put that up to the top. Or down a little bit. Go down a little bit. Okay, let's put some, we'll see. I don't know how that piano paper sits on glue stick. We're about to find out. I don't use enough of my piano paper. Really and truly, I need to start using it more. And I want to kind of do it a rough bottom. Trying to do this before the camera turns off. I just want to thank you for joining me today as we craft off on this. So we're going to do that. I might have made it too short now. Oh, it's still fine. It's still fine. She's there we go. That's kind of better. Okay, let's glue her. And the only thing different I will do with this is I'm going to add, just in case I don't get to it before the camera shuts off. Again, thank you. If you're not haven't subscribed, I would love you to subscribe. Be more content coming again in September. I'm going to start doing some challenges and trying to do some different things. I'm trying to come up with some good things. And I'm going to leave her like this. And then what I'm going to do, I'm going to probably put a little embellishment on her. I'll cover the back and she can go in like that. We'll just keep working on this till the camera shuts off. And it would really help if you like and comment on my videos. I would really, really appreciate it, even if it's just a little heart. It doesn't take much just to like the thing. It does help us a lot. Any YouTube creator, it does help us get noticed more. It helps grow our station. And maybe eventually, one day, maybe by January, I'm hoping I'll be big enough where I can make a few cents off of this to at least cover some of my supplies. I'm going to wait to see. I might have to add white glue. And I'm going to get a word, like, because you don't need to see me trim it. Oh, Jesus, right in front of my face. These is coming to my shop, these French little thingies. I want a color, but I don't have blue in any of this. I like that one. Or would a number be better? That one's too big. I'm hoping to... I know what I'm going to do. I'm hurrying, guys, so I can put this last little... I mean, you could put lace on the bottom of this. There's all kinds of things. I might add more to her later. I'm going to put a nice, probably a nice tab on it, but using lace and that. We'll finish her up. We'll start her off the next time. There. See? And she can be tucked into a pocket just like that.